What it do, man? You not rocking with your boy Bando414, and we on Juice Talk TV because I got the motherfucking juice.
Yes, sir. Juice Talk TV, what it do? It's your main man, Cool Tay, back with another one, man. Very special guest in the building, man. Very special guest on the platform. The one, the only, Bando414 in the building, man. How you feeling, my boy?
Good,
Man, glad to have you on the show, man. Glad to have you on the show finally, man. I've been tuning in. I've been watching. I've been peeping. From a distance, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll be quiet sometimes, but I definitely been seeing you doing your thing, man. So it's only right that we bring you on Juice Talk TV and give you your flowers, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you definitely been doing your thing for a long time right now. I'm not gonna say a long time, but
long enough.
Yeah, long enough. There you go. I don't want to put no, emphasis on that, but you've been doing your thing.
It's still some work to be done.
There you go. You've been doing your thing for quite some time, so it's only right that you get your flowers here on Juice Talk TV, man. It's only right. It's only right. So how you feeling, man?
Good, man. Good. Could be a little bit better, but we like I said, we still putting in work. We still getting shit done.
Yeah. That's what it is. And that's all it's about. Consistency and staying, you know what I'm saying, down for the come up. You know what I mean? So first and foremost, and for the people who haven't seen you on this platform in particular, because you've been doing your thing, you got hella videos, you got hella music out here, hella features and everything. But for the people and for the fans who haven't seen you on this platform in particular, just let them know who is Bando414.
Man, really just a young nigga from the mill, just trying to, you know what I mean, make it shake. Just, make something work. And it get deeper, but I tell it through the music. I tell it through the music.
There you go. So what side of town you from, man? Born and raised
North side, yeah, born and raised.
Okay, north side.
North side, yeah.
Okay. What street, if I can ask? What street?
Keith.
Okay, yeah, Keith. Okay. That's what's
Keith,
up.
Hampton, you know what I mean?
Okay, Keith and Hampton, yeah, all through there. Lower end?
Yep, nope, higher.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you the only sibling, or how that's
Nah, man, my 6.
Oh, family of 6?
Yeah,
okay.
That's 6.
So how was it for a family like y'all growing up in the city of Milwaukee?
It was
Keith and Hampton.
It kind of was a little different because it ain't like we got 6 siblings, but we ain't all grow up together.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, long story short, you know what I mean? My mama went to prison.
Okay.
She did 7 years.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So once my mama got locked up, we all got split apart. You know what I mean? We went to go stay with our daddies and shit. You know what I mean? So I was raised by my daddy.
Okay.
So I wasn't really raised with the rest of my siblings. You know what I mean?
And I'm very sorry to hear that, but it's very interesting to hear that as well. That's not a normal story that you'll hear from somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Usually it's kind of the other way around.
Yeah.
The father be incarcerated, and the mother be left to take care of it. I'm not saying she wasn't there to take care of it, but not to understand this. The story.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Story. So, which makes this interview
very,
very more much more interesting.
Yeah, it was kind of a little different on my end.
Definitely. So what if we can just dip into that a little bit, what's some of the things that was different for you than the average person that grew up with a different household like that? If you can remember.
I don't know. Like, really, it was just strict. You know what I mean? Because on Pop's side, we got Granny. You know what I mean? So Granny was always you know what I mean? That was more like mama growing up. You know what I mean? Granny was on point. So it was just strict as a motherfucker, man. Normal shit. We stayed on 11th and Keith for like 9 years.
Woo!
You know what I mean?
That's hard too.
Yeah, so it was real like, you know what I mean?
That's hard, man. What's some of the craziest stuff you've seen over there, man?
I seen it was fucked up, but like for the most part, like my people did a good job keeping me out of trouble.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Hell yeah. You know what I mean? I was like I said, we got big grandma, she didn't play that shit. So we was real strict on type shit. So I seen a lot, but whatever that I really seen had to come from like within my household and within my upbringing. You know what I mean? Because like I was did good by staying away from all the other shit.
There you go. As you can tell.
Yeah.
As you can tell, man. So with that being said, what about your schooling?
Schooling, I didn't get to graduate.
What?
Nah, man, I didn't get to graduate. That's something I got to go back and finesse, you know what I mean?
And it's never too late.
Yeah, and I got kids now, and I gotta, you know what I mean, let them know that too, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, man, last school I went to was Riverside.
Okay.
Yep, I went to Riverside.
Okay.
I graduated from Grand Tulsa. Before that, I went to Roosevelt.
Okay. Okay.
Yep, so it was Roosevelt, Grand Tulsa, Riverside, and that was it.
That was it.
Yeah, that was it.
If I can ask, you know, why you drop out or what happened?
Not to like touch on too much shit. Like,
okay, I mean, that's fine.
It was like the opposite. So now we go the opposite again. Now,
okay.
Mama did 7.5, done there 8 years.
Okay.
She gone. I get raised by my daddy. The year Mama get out, my daddy catch his case. So now my daddy go do 6. So now we trade places now. You get what I'm saying?
Wow. Okay.
So after my daddy left, that was like the discipline in the household. So once he once he ain't disappeared, he back now. You know what I mean? So once Pops went and did his bid, that was my turn to see the bullshit out in the street, make my own mistakes, and learn as a man. You know what I mean? So that's was really like the jumping off the porch years. Okay. You know what I mean? Once Pops left, it was just me.
There you go. So back to the school a little bit. What kind of kid were you in school? Like, were you the kid that was always beating on the desk, making the music?
No, I was actually like
sports. Or?
Yeah. I used to hoop.
Okay.
I used to hoop. I played. I hooped a little. We used to hoop at the Medcalf Center and shit.
There you go.
You know what I mean? We used to play up there. I played for Grand Tulsa and shit.
Okay.
By the time I got to Riverside, that, like I said, that was the jumping off the porch years. Once I hit ninth grade, that was kind of like I knew it wasn't for me. Then.
Wow.
You know what I mean? It was kind of fucked up, but I just knew it was like. It was a lot of shit going on, you know what I mean? Pops got locked up.
Like you said.
I caught a case. I went to detention center, you know what I mean? I sat in that motherfucker for down there 2 months. So it was kind of like, after I got out from that and then trying to get back to school. It was hard.
I got you. So, obviously, that made room for great music.
Yeah.
Obviously. Yeah. If you tap into your lyrics and your substance and I'm pretty sure your fans and your family already know this, but that made room for great music.
Yeah.
So my first question, I'm about to get into your music. What actually made you want to get into the music and why? I
was telling motherfuckers, like, I always fucked with it back then, but you know, like, kind of back then when they came out with it, nobody really took it serious. Like, well, they did back then. You know, they was them niggas like Twang Entertain and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, so we all was looking up to them growing up. You know what I mean? Because they was a little older than us, so we was watching what they was doing. So we kind of used to try to like imitate and do our rap and shit. So like, out of all my family and shit that used to play with it, I was always the one that was really good.
Taking it serious.
Yeah, like, but not really, but I was better than them.
Okay.
So like, they could tell, like, you rap for real. Like, yeah, because I was good. And I was good enough to where I can write them a verse, you know what I mean, to twang a little jack music and shit, you know what I mean? Because because they was good, but didn't really play with it like I did. So like, I was telling motherfuckers back then, like, I always knew I could fuck with the music. And then, you know, outside of that, just doing a little harmonizing and singing and shit. Growing up, listening to these niggas, Chris Brown and all that shit, you know what I mean? So, you know, singing through the house, you know motherfucker got vocals. Niggas can sing, you know what I mean? So I always knew, like, I had vocals, you know what I mean? I used to play with the little jack rap shit, so I could play with it a little bit. But, like, it took to, like, I had moved to Green Bay. Okay. And my brother, Trub 6 Block, he was, like, one of the first niggas that I seen, like, going hard with it. And Cuz used to go hard with it too, you know what I mean?
And I'm sorry not to cut you off, Bando.
Yeah.
Can you introduce us to him? I'm sorry. I meant to ask you that in the beginning. It definitely slipped my mind.
Yeah.
Introduce your guest to us right here next to us. Because we ain't got no extra mic for him, so you have to introduce
This my cousin Trap P, man. Back then, like, motherfuckers in Green Bay know. So when I first came to Green Bay, like, from trying to escape this street shit for a while, you know what I mean? Like, leave a little bit. Mama had got out. She moved to Green Bay. So I'm like, go check it out up here. Cousin was actually up there doing their thing. They had a little group YT and shit, you know. So they was the first ones to like show me the crowd, you know what I mean? Like, oh damn, y'all doing this type of shit up here. So like I used to fuck with it back down here, but I ain't never seen nobody taking it serious as far as like fans and shows and music videos and shit. You know, I never seen that back then. You know, everything back then we was webcam crazy.
Oh yeah,
we was webcam crazy. So niggas used to flip that laptop up and just get busy. So when I seen that they had cameramans moving and he put me in my first little video scene of his shit, you know what I mean? And it was crazy, you know what I mean? It was crazy as a motherfucker.
So Cuz was it's your cousin, right?
Yeah.
So Cuz, he was the rapper at first initially.
Yeah. Okay. And same thing with like him. When I got up there, that's who, you know what I mean, I had to go hang with, because that's Cuz right away. So I go lock in with Cuz. Okay. And I see how he moved with the shit, you know what I mean? You got plenty motherfuckers up here, different kind of crowd, not like the crowd we got in Milwaukee. So they rocking it different, I'm seeing, you know what I mean? And Cuz, boom, catch him a case. So now he go like get locked up, do some time. So now I'm sitting there trying to figure out, you know what I mean, like I said, I fuck with the music, but never really fuck with it. But it took for me to get locked up there too. And then once I got out, I ain't gonna lie, it was kind of weird, man. It was weird, man. Like my brother Trev 6 Block, man, from seeing what Cuz was doing, when I seen what he was doing, they was taking it to another level. They was actually in the club doing shows and shit, you know what I mean? So I'm young and the bitch that getting me in this motherfucker, and I'm just watching how they rock it. Hell yeah, motivated like a motherfucker, from the crowds to motherfucker knowing the lyrics to their songs and shit. So once I got out, bro was really the one, like, I always seen them doing their music shit. I was just a supporter, you know what I mean, on the line, just supporting that shit, you know what I mean? But you know, it just took for me playing with bro, like, you know, I fuck with the music and shit, you know what I mean? He always like, man, bullshit, you know what I mean? Bullshit. To actually, I let him know, and I showed him, and then once I showed him, it was like mind-blowing. Yeah, it was like mind-blowing to him. He like, bro, what the fuck? Like,
you can do this.
Yeah, why you ain't never, you know what I mean? So it took for that, for me to really get he put me in the studio, found the studio and shit. I get up in there, and after I heard myself on the microphone, that was it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was it.
Okay. I'm gonna ask you that because I remember hearing my first time on the microphone. Yeah. It was like wow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just like, wow, this me.
Oh my mama, that shit. Oh, you crazy.
I mean? So with that being said, I want to know, what were some of your influences as far as, you know, just growing up, you know, musical or just around the house, family wise? I know you said your cousin obviously was some influence, but what about on the music side? Like any idols or inspirations that you drew from?
Like as far as like just artists that I watched, hell yeah, you know, from a lot. Like, you know, from a lot. I always been, and that's another thing about me. I kind of knew I was gonna fuck with the music because I always been kind of big on it. Okay. Like I'm a music guy. Like,
so who are some of the people that you used to that influenced you, that you
grew up? I was listening. Pops was listening to Jeezy. So I always was fucking with Jeezy.
Definitely. You
know what I mean? Other than that, you know, I got like a older soul because I take it back and I listen to old school music. You know what I mean? Like Ronald Isley, you know, Curtis Mayfield, you know what I mean? Shit like that. So I Pops grew up listening to that kind of shit. But outside of that, like as far as my own people that really was like, I was watching them, was like, yeah, like Jeezy them, you know what I mean? From the new school, I say Future, he got a big ass motherfucking impact, and just the way, you know, watching niggas move and how niggas be going, you know what I mean? And like, it'd be crazy. So I had a couple motherfuckers that really like helped with the ground, as far as like street niggas and as far as what, you know, what we was doing growing up, and the motherfuckers that used to talk to us is like Team Eastside, you know, we listened to that shit back then. Peas and them, you know what I mean? They helping us through this shit. Icewear Vezo and them, you know, we was listening to them, and they was really the ones that had me like, you know what I mean?
There you go. With that being said, I want to know what you think that actually separates you from every artist here in the city. What separates Bando414 from any other MC here in the city?
Yeah, like I ain't gonna say I'm too different. It's just, you know, because we all got a story to tell, you know. Exactly. I mean? Everybody done been through some shit. So, and we all from the same place.
Well, what makes you stand out then? What makes you stand out?
It's like, I can't say like uniqueness or something like that, but I just got my own sound. But it's like it's crazy because I can't even touch too much on that because I got still my Milwaukee sound. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
I'm still influenced by our cultural music and how it sound and how because that's what we came up off. You know what I mean? So I gotta still tap into that too.
Correct.
But like I think it's just the delivery, the way I want to put it. You know what I mean? You know, it's not like much sort of just jacking. So like more simple. I try to switch it up a little bit.
Like you said, everybody got a story. It's just the way you telling yours.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like the way you delivering yours. I like how you say
I try to really flow and play with them beats. You know what I mean? Really try to ride them beats, man, and tap into the flow. Really try to.
Speaking of, and we gonna actually dive into that. So Hustler's Empire, correct? Released last year, 2022.
Yeah.
Man, great title, great album. Why the title? And why the title?
It's crazy. That's a crazy story too because I always had the vision of the artwork, but not so the name. You know what I mean?
Because the artwork fire.
Yeah, and when I was putting it together, you know, my engineer, he played a part of it, so it's crazy because my brother and my engineer is how I got the name. You know what I mean? I just pieced it together. You know what I mean? So I hit my engineer, and he was like more on like Hustler's Complex or some shit like that, and it was like it kind of made sense. You know what I mean? And then when I hit my brother, he let me know like use like use some with Empire. You know what I mean? Like scratch all that shit, just some with Empire.
Something
like
that's stronger.
It made more sense because it's like what you built from the ground up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it made a whole lot of sense. So I'm like, okay, so I just took Hustlers from my engineer and put the Hustlers Empire, and it made sense. And then dude killed the artwork with how he put like you know what I mean?
Fire.
He had like the baby pictures, the growing up pictures. So it was like showing like it made sense. That shit was hot.
It's an interesting track on there with the visual titled Blind. Very fire, very deep, and I watched it a few times. I listened to the album a few times as well, but I probably listened to that track more than I did to the album. No disrespect.
Yeah.
But I want to know the inspiration behind that track. And that was shot by Camera Guys?
MTS.
Yeah, MTS
Studio.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
MTS Studio.
A lot of your visuals are shot by them.
Yep.
Actually. And so the Blind track, the inspiration behind that, man. Why?
It was like
because that's like the leading single, or
you know what I mean. I had just it was kind of like me letting a lot out at once.
Okay,
you know what I mean.
Okay,
it was the first track back in a while. I had just took like a good year and a half down there, 2 years off from not doing music. You know what I mean, just peeping a lot of shit and going through a lot of shit with different shit and engineers and all this and like. You know what I mean? So that track was just basically on like I was blind to a lot of shit, but now I see. You know what I mean? Now I see, you know what I mean? So that's what that was more about. Okay,
so Blind is pretty much my top track on there. Well, I want to know what do you think is your top track on that album?
On that one?
Yeah.
I probably had to go with Blind, but I'm going to go with Rockstar over.
Rockstar fire too. That visual call too.
Because that's my show song.
Okay.
They love that shit.
I'm glad you brought that up. Now Rockstar.
And dog, that was a freestyle. I didn't expect it to be that good.
Now Rockstar is fire.
And that shit turned out, that was something I fucked with. To try to change it up for a little bit, I was trying to switch it up.
Was nice. I like
how you,
you had the guitar, man.
Yeah,
the whole elements out, man. The cameras, the way it was, man. The scenery was nice. Like, he did that. You did that. I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad.
Yeah, that's the show song. They love to see me perform.
Yeah, cool. I gotta see you perform. I gotta see you perform that joint. I gotta see you perform that joint.
But yeah, that Blind, that was deep. That was more heartfelt right there, man.
Okay. So who else? Because you got you had a few features on there, right? On the track, on the album.
Yeah, two.
Yeah,
I think only
you
had
literally
two.
had like few,
Yeah,
like just two.
I had two.
Yeah.
One from that's actually my uncle Rockavelli Slime.
Okay.
Yeah, me and him went crazy on one of the videos.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
That
Unc
video
actually
too.
came home from jail, and he inspired me to get back in touch with the shit. Cause you know what I mean? Like I said, I had just went down there 2 years without dropping or wasn't fucking with it. So like, cause there was a lot going on, you know what I mean? And sometimes it'd be like, they gotta tap more in with real life.
There you go.
Fuck with that.
And that, like I said, that gives you room for more to talk about.
It do. It actually did too. It did.
There you go. There you go. So who else in the city would you like to work with that you haven't worked with, that you can see yourself working with?
Honestly, I work with everybody, bro.
There you go.
I'm cool with working with anybody, you know what I mean? But like right now I'm trying to build myself up because I know it's a difference with like sometimes I want to tap in with artists, but you know a lot of artists already established in certain spots, so you know they got their prices that they quote. So I don't knock the prices, but I just feel like as an artist I need to build myself up, and at least you know what I mean. That way I get earn enough respect around this motherfucker to where motherfucker might just want to do something with me on the love. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So like instead of chasing, you know, so instead of like chasing motherfuckers to try to tap or ride waves, I just want to, you know what I mean, build my shit up.
I want to ask you this, Bando. Because I don't even want to use the word sing. You are a very highly intelligent artist. You know what I'm saying? Your music speaks for itself. Your work speaks for itself. Your work ethnicity, your work ethic speaks for itself. I'm sorry, your work ethic speaks for itself. I want to know, do you feel that Milwaukee is looked down upon? And if so, why?
Yeah. But I can't really say so because honestly, these last few years, we've been getting a lot of recognition.
There you go.
We've been getting a whole lot of fucking recognition.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I can't even say that we look down upon. I just think we stuck in our sound and waves. You know what I mean?
Which kind of actually opening doors.
Yeah, and honestly, I can't even say like the rest of the world don't fuck with it because they be around this bitch imitating us and everywhere, you know what I mean? Different states, you know what I mean? So they see it, they hear it, they fuck with it. You know what I mean? I just don't know why so I could say they look down on us.
Okay.
Because I don't know why they don't fuck with it, because obviously they fuck with it. You know what I
mean? Okay. So what else can we expect from you know, Bando414? I see you got the clothing line popping.
Yeah, I got the Major Moves Entertainment, the LLC, so I'm gonna be doing the clothes, you know what I mean? I'm gonna start that off slow, you know what I mean? But
is that some of the gear, the apparel that you got on right now?
Yeah, me and Cuz, you know.
Both of those?
Okay. Yeah, Major Moves Entertainment. So other than that, I got a tape on the way. Okay. That's getting ready to drop, you know what I mean? Long Nights, Early Mornings, Part 2.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. So I put a lot of feeling in that. So
what Part 1 at?
Part 1? I dropped it already. I dropped Part 1 like 2018, 19, 2019.
It's not on Apple.
No,
that's why, because I couldn't.
That's another thing I had to go through. You know, I want to touch on. You know, so over them years of sitting back, I had to realize that too. So like when I first got into the music game, I didn't understand all the way what it meant with like, you know what I mean, this ownership shit. You know what I mean, this BMI. You know, owning yourself.
Or whatever.
You know what I mean, owning your rights. You know what I mean, shit like that. So back then, you know, we were snatching YouTube beats and just running and gunning. You know what I mean? So like,
so is most of those tracks on like on SoundCloud or something?
Yeah, like that? Yeah. So Part 1 is on SoundCloud. You know what I mean, and YouTube. So I was doing videos and everything. So I got the videos to it too. But like I said, I ain't get what I know now. I didn't know back then.
You didn't know how to market it, push it, get it in the right hands, get it in the right views.
I ain't know none of that. You know what I mean? Not paying for the beats, none of that. So that was like. Them was like my learning years.
Man, that's the best teacher.
Hell yeah.
The best teacher is going through self-experiences in life, man.
Like now I know, you know what I mean? So now I'm taking this shit more serious, putting more money behind it. You know what I mean? So now I get it. You know what I mean?
There you go. Man, before we get out of here, Bando, man, where can the people find you, man? Let everybody know where they can find you, the latest music, the merch, or if you have any coming up right now.
Bando414 on everything, on all platforms, on TikTok, goddamn it, Instagram, Facebook, SoundCloud, Apple Music, Spotify, all that shit. Bando414. Just make sure y'all tap in. Like I said, Long Nights, Early Mornings 2 on the way. That motherfucker gonna be fire. So just make sure y'all, stay tuned.
For sure, man. Any words of encouragement that you can give for upcoming artists, man? Somebody that's upcoming, just trying to build their catalog and build their, you know what I'm saying?
I had to tell them to keep grinding, man, because a lot of times I wanted to quit this shit. Sometimes, hey, to this day, sometimes I want to quit it, but I got certain motivations. You know what I mean? Sometimes it takes for a motherfucker to see you and ask about your music or why you ain't been dropping, and we need something new to make you tap back into your ways and get back to it. So I encourage them to keep grinding, man. And when it seems like motherfuckers ain't supporting, just keep working. You know what I mean? Because sometimes we can get real like motherfuckers ain't supporting us, ain't nobody watching us, ain't nobody listening. You know what I mean? And it make us just say fuck it. But motherfucker told me before, they see it. They see it. Even if they don't like them posts, even if they don't share them posts, they see that shit, man. You know what I mean? So just we got to keep grinding and make them see us. We got to make them respect it.
Well said, man. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it, man. Milwaukee's own Bando414, man.
Appreciate it.
New music on the way, but till then, go check out everything that he got out right now. You know what I'm saying? He got a ton of great music, man. Merch on the way. You already know, man. Juice Talk TV, Bando414.
Let's get it.
We out.